Boeing has been an American aircraft manufacturer since 1916. It became the world's preeminent commercial airplane manufacturer in part because it developed a current design philosophy that relied on pilots' airmanship as the last line of defense. The Boeing 737 MAX is the newest generation of the 737 family. It has bigger reactors than its predecessor that are also 20% more efficient. However, during test flights, pilots noticed that the aircraft tended to nose up. To compensate this issue, Boeing implemented in the aircraft a system called MCAS. Supposed to be transparent for the pilots, it counterbalances these new effects by adjusting the horizontal stabilizer trim to nose down the plane. However, this new software failed and caused 2 fatal crashes. October 29, 2018 was a fatal day for Boeing. Their newest airplane, the Boeing 737 MAX, had just took off from Jakarta with Pangkal Pinang as its destination. Unfortunately, the plane never reached its target location. The brand new airplane was delivered to the Indonesian company only 3 months before the disaster and failed only 13 minutes after departure. The Boeing 737 MAX was involved in its first crash on the outskirts of Jakarta, killing 189 people due to the faulty MCAS system. It was also reported that the pilots only received a 1-hour iPad training about the difference between the plane they usually fly and the new 737 MAX. This new feature, the MCAS system, hadn't even been mentioned at all.
The Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 was scheduled to fly from Addis Ababa to Nairobi. Only 1 minute after the takeoff, the control tower received a flight control problem from the first officer. This time, it only took 6 minutes to kill 157 people on the plane. The pilots tried to override the MCAS system. However, due to the lack of training, their attempt failed. As a safety measure, the FAA decided on the March the 13th, 3 days after the second crash, to ground all the Boeing 737 MAX. However, after those 2 crashes, social media all turned towards Boeing and the related flight companies. Until today, there are still many articles criticizing the failure caused by the poor communication, inadequate flying skills of the pilots, and the bad design of the MCAS system. It has also been found that Boeing lost a huge number of deliveries by 67% for planes, and the revenue for division fell by 41% to $8.2 billion. In interviews, the CEO of Boeing kept emphasizing it was a chain of events that caused crashes. He mentioned that Boeing has redesigned the MCAS system and is now updating crew manuals and pilot training. Now Boeing has released a series of promotions to emphasize on the security of the flight.
When the 737 MAX returns to service, I would absolutely put my family on this airplane.